on, everybody? Thank you for being here. It is so good to talk to you today. If you like this video, please drop it a like. I would really appreciate that. I wanted to touch on this new workout program just very briefly. So this is going to be a 4-day split, upper lower, upper lower. This was day 1, and as y'all know, upper body day is my favorite day. So when you look at the program, it's going to look relatively easy. There's not a lot of exercises, not a lot of sets, not a lot of reps, and the intensity is pretty moderate, but you have to trust the process. This is just getting started, getting me back into a good rhythm and a good routine. So as you guys saw, I did some incline barbell press and then moved into some lat pull down, and for whatever reason, the next day, my back was toasted just from doing these properly, because what you will notice is that when your volume isn't very high, you place more of an emphasis on doing very strict and quality reps. So that's kind of what I experienced, and then we got to move into some arms. This is my favorite tricep exercise. I think it's called like an incline skull crusher. Rocky showed this one to me personally, and I love it. And of course, you know, we got to hit it up with some bicep curls. So overall, nothing too strenuous, but I'll keep documenting for you guys, because as we move along, it's going to get more and more difficult. So the first workout on this program that Rocky has designed for me is in the books. I feel amazing. It doesn't look like a whole lot on paper, but there's actually a decent amount of volume, or maybe I'm just really out of shape, but I feel good. I'm still fasted. It's 10 a.m. I'm getting ready to go meet up with one of the original Rich homies, Danny, who's from my hometown. And what do y'all think about the new Post Malone album? You know, I have such high expectations for Posty that I was just a little bit underwhelmed. Not that it's not great, but he's a legend, you know? There's a few bangers on there. I don't know. Alright guys, so Danny finds a gem in kind of the middle of nowhere. We're in either Fuquay or Garner or something. This place is called Ugly Mug Bean and Brew. This sandwich right here, I mean, that's pretty solid, dude.
It's bomb, man. I did not expect it.
Not at all, man. That is at least like an 8.427 out of 10. At least. Okay guys, another Target run, hanging out with the Sallys on a beautiful Saturday. Megan found me a bookshelf for the office, which looks incredible. Not done yet, but I'm sure I will share it with you guys soon. I've really been enjoying this app called Avatar Nutrition to track my macros, which I've just started back up yet again. It has some very unique differences than all of the other macro tracking apps out there, which I will show you guys once I use them. But today, you know, going to a restaurant with not anything listed on the menu, it's pretty easy to just search some individual foods, get close enough with what you are trying to find. It does not have to be 100% accurate, as I always say, just consistently inconsistent. So that is going to be the app I'm going to be using, especially since Rocky actually works for that company and can get in there and coach me up a little bit on what adjustments I need to make.
Two, 87490. With Mr. Fat and Weird Cookie hanging out. We're just gonna put him right there so you guys. This right here, guys, is the Nuttin' Butt Jelly, right? Nuttin' Butt Jelly? Yep. So like nut and butt jelly, if you get it. So we got the peanut butter and jelly, and then the cosmic brownie. This is gonna be my favorite, guaranteed it. Just look at that. Look at that, guys. And if you didn't know, Fat and Weird, they launch every Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time, and they sell out within like 5 minutes. So you guys always DM me complaining that you didn't get your cookies because you didn't set your alarm. So you have to set your alarm and then use Travis to save 10%, and you can have these glorious cookies in your life. And maybe if you're lucky, you can have that face too. So as you guys can see, I did an amazing job putting together this bookcase, and I had no help whatsoever. I was just over here hammering away, using the wrench and the screw wrench drive. Yeah, it looks great though. I mean, look at this backdrop.
Sitting there like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, right, Megan?
Megan is mocking how I talk to the camera. We're actually getting ready to record a couples Q&A that she's not so excited about. So before we do that, we're gonna make a diet Moscow Mule, healthified. And we can actually track that in this app. So let me show you guys.
You look like Where's Waldo?
Living with Megan is like living with a real-time troll. All she does is troll me. Back to the app. Okay, so I searched for vodka, and I am going to do, I just really want a vodka shot. So let me refine this search real quick. 97 calories. What this app gives you the ability to do is disperse the calories between carbs and fat any way that you want. So as you guys know, alcohol is a macronutrient of its own. So what we are gonna do is get it into our daily allotment, and I am going to choose 70% fat, 30% carbs for this shot of vodka. I'm gonna submit it, and I'm gonna close it to the tracker. And then we found these Diet Zevia beers. If you guys don't know, my favorite alcoholic drink of all time is a Moscow Mule. So I'm gonna limit the calories by using this guy. So the only calories involved are the vodka.
You're not on. Are we on? Are we rolling?
Where are we going to eat?
Bar taco.
Bar taco. Are you actually gonna get tacos?
No.
Megan's a taco hater. I don't understand it. She does like Veracruz Al Natural, which are the best tacos in Austin, Texas.
Oh.
God bless it. God bless it.
You so hot, baby, you on fire. Yeah, you on fire. Yeah, you on fire.
This looks pretty fantastic if I can get it in the light for you guys. So I've got a chicken bowl with rice and then a duck taco. Why don't you get a duck taco? Bar taco was great. We had a duck taco, which was, I mean, I thought it was awesome. It exceeded my expectations.
Great.
For sure. I'm gonna give Bar Taco,
Let me guess. 8. Is that number right?
okay?
8.252.
You're good. I was gonna give it in the low 8s, but I'm gonna give it a 8.1679.
Okay.
Fair?
Okay.
Let you go. If I should ever leave, you can take control.
I don't like that. Turn that off. The middle. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we're gonna finish off the food here, going back to one of my staples. So with the macros I have left, I'm gonna do 7 rice cakes. We're gonna make some sludge with the Cake Pop Pea Science Select Protein Powder. This one is amazing, and if you didn't know, you can send TJ to college using Travis at PEScience.com, save 15%. Gonna add a little bit of honey. This is one of my all-time favorites before bed snacks. I'm not saying I'm Gordon Ramsay or anything. Is that the cook? Or is that the financial guy?
Oh, that's Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Okay, so I'm not saying I'm Gordon Ramsay or anything, but take a look at that. This is just, my first thought was how amazing this is. My second thought is how bad Megan is gonna kill me for the crumbs that are about to come from all of these rice cakes. All right, so you can see I got pretty close to my goals today. Another thing I really like about Avatar is that the circles you see on the screen will turn green once you got within certain ranges, and that's pretty unique to this, as well as you can switch over to either seeing what you've consumed or what you have left, which is super helpful for people like me that aren't so great at math. And another pretty awesome feature of Avatar is that it has moving targets. And what that means is, say I went under my calories today, it would disperse them later on in the week, or maybe even just the next day, whichever setting you decide. So that right there to me is like the game changer of this, because that's more practical, you know, because some days life gets in the way. You might go under, you might go over. So for people that live in what I consider the real world, I would say that's going to be extremely beneficial. Alright guys, we need to talk about a few things really. The first is that I know I mentioned in the beginning of the video that Avatar Nutrition is an app, and I'm sure a lot of you went to the App Store, you searched for it, you couldn't find it, you already left a comment. I know you guys that well. So Avatar is actually a paid subscription service, which is why you might not have been able to find it unless you went to their website. Now, this is not a sponsored video. This is not an ad. This is something that I am using. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know before you sign up, and let's see if we can't get you guys hooked up. I do know the owner of the company, but like I mentioned, it's just something that I am using to help me achieve my goals. So let me know in the comments down below, and we will see what we can do. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that when I was doing the Q&A with Megan, a ton of questions came up about us living together, being in a relationship, and achieving my fitness goals. A lot of people are assuming that I'm gonna fall off, that I'm not gonna be able to get to the gym anymore, that I'm gonna eat like crap, even though she is the healthiest eater that I know. So I just wanted to address that because I hear it all too often, people making excuses as to why they can't make progress in the gym or why they lose all their gains if they had any, unlike me. And you know, it doesn't matter if it's your spouse, your kids, your job, your whatever, you know, there's always these excuses when in reality, it's you. It's your excuses as to why you're not achieving whatever it is that you want to be. So most of y'all know my territory is about 2 hours away from Raleigh. I'm all the way down in Wilmington Beach. So on Tuesday, for example, I knew that I had to get a workout in, so I left my house at 4 a.m. I drove 2 hours, got to the gym at 6 a.m. in Wilmington, worked out till about 7:30, and then ran to my first appointment. Just kind of an example as to, yeah, things aren't gonna be the easiest. You know, there's always gonna be obstacles regardless. We all have a lot of things going on all the time. I had business meetings all week, a little bit more challenging to hit the macronutrients that I wanted, but I did everything I could to make that happen. And I'm confident in saying that if you stop making excuses and prioritize the things that are important to you, you will be able to achieve a lot more than you think you're even capable of at this very moment. And plus for me, I'm lucky that Megan is very supportive, so she would never want to take away from me going to the gym and doing what I love. And also because she wants me to be healthy so I can raise TJ. And by the way, I want y'all to give her some credit on this beautiful bookcase. I am loving this thing, and I appreciate you all taking the time out of your day to watch. I'm sorry if the thumbnail was a little bit cringy, but I want you guys to give me credit because she's been gone for the last week on a business trip, and I could have done the thumbnail where I'm like, you know, looking sad. She left me already. I thought about it, but you know what? I met you guys in the middle, so you know, cut me some slack. But I do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That is pretty awesome. I look forward to talking to all of you in the next video.